Welcome back to another episode of my top issues, but this time with the POCO X3 GT. To all the subscribers, welcome back and thanks for stopping by once again, and if you're new here, I make tech videos of all kinds, so feel free to drop a sub to get notified of new content. Take note that these are my top issues that may or may not be deal breakers for you. My issues don't have to be yours, so go easy in the comment section. But before we get into it, here's a message from the sponsor of this video. CDKeyOffers specializes in delivering cheap and legitimate software and game codes. If you ever need a Windows 10 Pro key, you can buy one at a very cheap price. To do so, just visit CDKeyOffers.com. Search for Windows 10 and choose a suitable copy for you, but in my case, I always go for a professional copy. Before making a payment, make sure to type in the RC20 code for an exclusive 20% off discount. After that, you can choose your preferred payment method. You will receive the code via an email that redirects you to the website of CDKeyOffers, and from there you can get your Windows 10 key. Since my Windows copy is already activated, I can just simply change my product key to the new one that I just bought. CDKeyOffers provides permanently valid keys with 30 days of return and exchange period. You can check out more deals in the video description below. So for the first one, it's the display. We all know that the X3 GT doesn't hold a candle against its OLED competition, but it's still using a display that's fast and crispy thanks to the combo of 1080p and 120Hz refresh. During my review, I even demoed how it's able to provide a visible display under broad daylight despite the use of a dim IPS LCD panel. And while POCO was kind enough to include HDR10 support, I just wish HDR content was a little brighter. There are only a handful of HDR videos out there right now, but it gets really frustrating when one of your favorite series is HDR supported. The second one is probably not a huge deal to most of you, but for someone like me who prefers using a phone without a case, I really wish POCO did a better job with the finish on the back. I've already said in my separate review that I'm not a fan of the X3 GT's design, at least for the white and blue variants that sport these vertical lines that probably took inspiration from travel cases. While the lines do make the phone a little more secure to grip, it also makes the phone feel cheaper than its actual cost. The first time I held this phone, it felt like it was a cheap entry-level phone that I'd rather put a case on just to avoid that low-quality plastic feeling. I did get the blue model since it looked good from POCO's promo materials, but might I recommend that it's still better to see a device in person, if possible, before you pull the trigger. The third issue is the lack of a headphone jack. I get that most phones today don't come with a jack anymore, but this is a gaming-centric, MediaTek-powered phone we're talking about. Sure, there are decent earbuds out there that offer low latency mode whenever you have to play games competitively, but still, nothing beats that no delay sound output from a wired headphone, let alone the quality. POCO did include a dongle in the box though, if that's any consolation. But the slightest movements can disconnect and interrupt the audio feed that it's better not to use the dongle at all. Now the other two things that I'm about to mention are not particularly deal breakers during the time that I've spent with the phone. You don't have to act negatively towards what I'm about to say, but instead you can take it as an additional knowledge before you purchase this phone. First, you can't record a selfie video with both HDR and stabilization turned on. If you want more stable selfie videos, you have to turn off HDR manually before you hit record, and vice versa. Secondly is the way the back panel consistently stays warm even in light use like checking images or blindly scrolling through apps. I'm not saying that this phone overheats like there's no tomorrow, because it doesn't even when you push it to its limits. I'm just saying that users who are keen to surface temperature might find this one a bit concerning. If you think these issues don't bother you at all, I recommend getting the X3 GT since it's a really good phone despite the steep competition from its siblings. That's about it for this one. Drop a sub or a like if you feel supporting the channel, and until the next one, you stay safe.